Hi, I'm Steven, and in this episode, I'm going to try and learn how to survive in the wild for 5 days while keeping my clown makeup fresh. These days, in order to survive, most people have developed a completely different skill set than their ancestors did 10,000 years ago. With my current skill set, if I were to get lost in the middle of a forest, no amount of slapping the bass or doing yo-yo tricks would keep me alive. I've wanted to learn basic survival skills since I was a kid, so I figured, why not do it now? To make this survival challenge more annoying for me and more entertaining for you, I've decided to attempt surviving the wild for 5 days while wearing and maintaining clown makeup. This is the episode where I learn how to become a survival clown. I don't know anything about what it means to be a clown, so I'm gonna meet up with Jan to learn a few things about them and what I'll need to do in order to design and paint my clown makeup.
When you're in clown, you have enormous belief, and you can be anything in the world and have any skill that you don't actually have in real life if you believe as a clown. Right?
Yeah.
So if you believe you're an adventurer and you can go out and survive, he's going to be out there surviving, and maybe the makeup is going to add in. Look, I did that, and I get to put an eyebrow up here today because I killed the grasshopper or whatever it was, right?
Right. Do you think putting this clown makeup on is going to impact my feeling of who I am
Absolutely.
out in the woods?
Everything you put on affects you. Your clothing, your makeup, whatever. This is the mask. It's one of the smallest masks.
Okay.
And we put on a mask. They conceal so that they can reveal. And one trigger to get to how you feel about the world is, wow, what color might support that? Now, the other side of life, there's the wow, and then there's the ow.
Okay.
So be sad and troubled. And the other thing I feel sort of sums up human life on Earth is the va-va-va-voom.
This is
So
the
va-va-va-voom
lips
is, the come hither look. Yeah, the flirty look.
I don't know how to be sexy. Is your laugh? You don't think that's sexy? Just kidding.
No, I don't. I think this needs to be a different color.
After meeting with Jan, I think there are two parts to clown makeup. The technical aspect and how it's used to exaggerate the happy, sad, and sexy faces, and more importantly, the self-discovery that goes into developing your clown's face. So my plan to approach this challenge is step 1, learn the technical aspects of clown makeup. Step 2, learn basic survival skills. Step 3, sleep out in nature for a night and use that experience to discover my makeup. And after that, I will then head out into the wild for 5 days and try to survive. I'm just gonna put the white makeup on. I have an idea. Oh, God. I put on clown makeup about 5 times before I felt like I was getting a handle on how to make it look half decent. I found what worked best for me was finding clown makeup I liked online and trying to emulate it. At this point, I felt confident with my ability to paint a half-decent clown face and moved on to step number 2 of this challenge, learning how to be a master of nature. I'm gonna try and survive in the wild for 5 days.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that I'm gonna run into out there?
Well, let's list the hazards.
Okay.
So we've got, obviously, animal encounters. You'll face insect encounters that'll seek to drive you mad. Thirst, hunger, cold, becoming wet. You may face injury. Probably the biggest one of all, because it's a really new random thing, is the psychological effects that will happen inside your head. Often that's the real killer. Your survival priorities: food, water, fire, shelter, sleep, and first aid if needed. Whichever one of those become your priority depends on your circumstance at the moment.
I only had 2 days to learn as much as possible from Dale about basic survival. The first day, we traveled to the survival location and spent the day identifying plants I could eat and found a natural mountain spring, which was incredibly lucky, by the way.
Would I drink this? Absolutely. I'm going to have some, in fact.
After that, we spent the rest of the day going over how to make cordage for tying stuff and different ways to start a fire depending on what resources you have at your disposal.
Like this. Oh, you're gonna die for sure, man. You're gonna freeze to death for sure. Yeah, so it's day 2. Today we're gonna focus in on a few basic skills that are gonna help you have the ability to problem solve and work your way through a situation that you may find yourself in. I've spent over 20 years developing all the skills to be a well-rounded survival instructor, survival expert. We don't have that kind of time, but we do have some time to zoom in on some well-chosen, important skills that are gonna help to keep you safe, keep you comfortable, keep you dry, and get you through your experience.
Wow.
So I was turning it this way and that, trying to drive the air into it. Try, oh, I was gonna just say try for 20 more. No. That's pretty favorable.
I don't think so.
Just making it a little smaller instead of so blunt. And again, quick. Yeah!
Fire! Oh my God!
Yeah!
That is amazing! Oh,
Right on, man.
my eyes are stinging.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Cool, good job.
Thanks.
You're in the fire club now.
After the 2 days of survival training with Dale, I felt like I was finally ready to spend a night in the woods and try to discover my survival clown makeup. To make it through the night, I had a knife, water bottle, and a few layers of clothes. My main goal was to build a simple shelter out of whatever I could find and make this experience as painless as possible. Okay, I'm all tucked inside here. It's feeling actually pretty comfortable, a lot more comfortable than I thought it was gonna be. I got the moss. Smelling earthy. I'm ready for a lovely snooze. It's currently 1:30 in the morning. I'm feeling pretty cold. Wishing I brought more layers. I had like a sleeping bag. Can't really make moss sleeping bag right now. All I can think about right now is a warm bed. And this has been like 5 hours. Think about 5 days, holy crap. The reason this makeup is the way it is because the rosy cheeks, they represent a childlike wonder that I kind of had last night when I was building the shelter. And then the blue lips represent how cold it was last night. And then the lines underneath the eyes represent just kind of like a general exhaustion from surviving in the wild. And then the big bushy eyebrows just kind of represent like the manliness that comes along with surviving in the wild. Now that I had my survival clown makeup figured out, I was finally ready to attempt this episode's final challenge. For the following 5 days, I was only able to bring a knife, water bottle, bear spray, rainproof clothes, and my clown makeup. It's currently 2:45 on day 1 of survival. The goal is to spend the next 5 days out in the wild in full clown makeup. If I want to give up halfway through, I have to honk this horn, but that isn't gonna happen. My shoes are already wet. I got the wrong shoes for this, so hopefully it doesn't rain the whole time. let's go survive in the wild. Now my goal is to try and find a good shelter spot. And honestly, I think that this could be a really good contender. I'm just gonna go do some searching around and see if I can find a better spot before I settle, but I think this is pretty good. I hate to choose the one that I first saw, but I think this is like, it's pretty solid. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. Ow, for freak's sake. Got another 4 hours until it gets dark. Can I get the hut ready in time? Okay, it's pretty late. Oh God, that's horrifying. It's pretty late. Now I'm gonna go try and get some bedding for the bed in here and call it a night. Definitely more comfortable than I was expecting. How am I gonna be able to get any sleep? I got about, maybe it's generous, but like 5 to 6 hours of sleep last night. Mosquito action was like pretty brutal before it got dark. And then when it got really cold, I think they ended up going away. Ooh, sexy. I can't do it. I don't feel sexy. Whoa. Whoa. We got a spark. Oh my God. Spark went in. Did you see that? Man, I don't know if this feels too early to give up. Do I want to be in there? Another night super cold. I'm not worried about the days. I'm worried about the nights wearing me down. She's a nice day out. There was smoke. Oh my God. I can smell smoke. There was smoke. No. Frick. Did I get anything from that? Barely. Even though I didn't get a fire tonight, getting that smoke was a huge morale booster. I think that though I won't have a fire by me tonight, I think I should still sleep okay. It was pretty cold last night. So around 6, when the sun came out, I decided to come outside and try and look for some sun. And I've just been kind of snoozing here ever since. Well, okay. I hate giving up. Man, I don't know if I can carve another one of these. It's already 5:30. I wish I asked Dale more about which trees to use. Frag. I ain't giving up on shit! That's how to survive in the wild for 5 days while keeping your clown makeup fresh. I'm hungry.
Can you just stand there and do the like in clown makeup line? Still rolling.
That's how to survive in the wild for 5 days while keeping your clown makeup fresh. That's how to survive in the wild for 5 days while keeping your clown makeup fresh.
Like in clown makeup?
Sorry. That's how to survive in the wild for 5 days in clown makeup. Over those 5 days, I only ate flowers, drank water, and lost about 10 pounds. I wasn't able to start a fire, but the shelter I built never let the rain in despite it raining almost every night. As far as takeaways for this episode go, I have no idea if the clown makeup had an impact on my ability to survive. It was mostly just annoying to put on every day. When it comes to survival, I learned the value of bringing a few basic tools with you everywhere you go. If I had a lighter and some solid paracord, my life would have been much easier. And the last one, despite this being an incredibly challenging experience, I'm glad that I did it. Sometimes you need to be devoid of something and have to work really, really hard for it to truly appreciate it.